If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. But the product goes, first do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. You talk about this Jets defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. The Bills had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's to Cook out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, these 2 teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier in the season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, 551, 551, 12, go. Hey, 551, 551. Out.
Now Fields. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
46 yards on the play. And the Jets first down.
Here we go. Hey, 10, 331, 331.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
EQ. Here we go, son. Green 19, get that. Motion. Go.
To throw is Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Don't jump, ready?
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll give to Hall. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Move 58, move 58, set. You got a mini base. Get high.
Here's Fields. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to the whole hard and finish in the end zone.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Extend. 319. Here's nothing. You got a mini base. Why not? Right.
Fields now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. The gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 37-yard line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go. Easy.
Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
That's good for the Jets. 1st down.
Here we go, son.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
No mas, no mas.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Now he's going to step up and run. Now Fields going to run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Bates' kick is good. And that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is up to 15 now. Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to throw again. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Terrell Bernard getting in there to drop him for a sack.
Loss of a yard. It's second down.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not? Right.
After the sack on 1st down, Fields. With the right sideline, that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
222. Hey, can. Hey, never mind, Monday.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Buck's right. Hey, can. Mayday. Go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Here we go.
In motion, the tight end. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. him with a stiff arm. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this third quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And check down complete to Hall. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Good. Green 19, just back.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll still have a third and goal now despite picking up 13 yards on that pass play.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw now on first down. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Pretty good throw there by the rookie to move the chains.
58 yards. That's another Bills first down.
60 Bison. 60
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
18-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back to the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 40-yard line. The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Incomplete. Right side to Cook. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Hurt!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Complete at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Here, no mas, no mas. 319, that's not. Tonight.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Carter, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion.
Here we go.
That one, though, falls incomplete.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
He was brought down by
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go. Eat you. Nelson. Hey, never mind Monday.
Now Fields. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Now Fields going to run. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Second and 1 now from the 21.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Play action. It's Fields. Caught. It's Wilson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now it's Fields. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the 36.
He'll look to throw. Then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jets, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.